Okay, let's see. I'm a super novice. Oh, here we go. Hi, everybody. I'm Tammy Tutterow, and I know Seth told you I was going to broadcast, and I got a little busy visiting with some visitors to our booth. So I just wanted to give you a really quick tour of the, let's see if you can see the sign, my little corner of the Spellbinders booth, and show you my products. So I'm going to turn this around and give you a little tour. Okay, so here is my display. I have a little side table, and we'll start down here. So I showed some pictures on Instagram, so maybe you've seen. These are my hand-drawn doodle stamps, and I have 11 different phrases that are perfect for coloring. If you're a marker fan or a colored pencil coloring fan, if you're into coloring books and you're a stamper, you will probably really enjoy these. And you can see I've got some samples here that I did, and then I've got some super cute samples here that my friend Audrey Pettit did. So these have been super popular here at the show. Lots of excitement for coloring. And then when you move over here, I've got some card samples that use my dies. And I made flowers, lots and lots of fabric flowers, because I just love to cut fabric and I love to dye it. I dyed all these using Distress spray. And as I was creating these, I found some new techniques that I really liked for creating color on the fabric, and I'll be sharing that. I'm going to work on doing some videos when I get back home to show you how I created some of the coloring. Some fun stuff. You're not going to believe how easy these were to create. There's a little fun accent that I added. This vintage paintbrush that's been dressed up with some flowers. I love this printer's tray that I got to decorate. If you watch, if you follow on like Instagram or Facebook, you may have seen me sharing some photos of working on that. Spent the night in front of the TV one night, just cutting and adding different little trinkets and treasures I had saved. Let's go this way. There's my daughter Anna in a sample. I love this project here, and I can't wait to get home and add more to it. It's a quilty spool book. It's got a big long strip of quilted fabric that's been inked and stamped with the Dear Ruby stamp. And I've got a couple pieces of vintage lace on it now, and I'm going to just add all kinds of vintage lace and buttons and probably print some photos on canvas. And I'll share more of each of these projects when I get home. I've got nice photographs showing you all the details. More flowers. And this photograph here, there's a story here. This is my husband's grandma Ruby. And she inspired the stamp that you see on the fabric there. And I used it here on the spool book. It's called Dear Ruby, and I'll tell you that story in just a second. So I wanted to flip through this sample book that I have real quick and show you the different dies I have. So one thing I really wanted to offer was die staples, things that you could use again and again, whether you'd make pages or cards or journals. So I wanted to do pockets and folders and envelopes that you could use in a variety of ways. These little tabs are super fun because you can use them flat or you can fold them in half. And look at all these things that you could do with them. Put them on a paper clip for a fun little flag in your planner. Add them to photos, make little mini banners, little flags. That's what I created on the flowers. And these are the frayed. And then here are the smooth, cleaner cut ones. They're a little bit shorter. We call them shorty tabs. So Here are more tabs. These fun waterfalls. I'll have a video tutorial showing how to assemble these on my blog soon. And then mini envelopes. Look how small these are. They would be so cute on gift packaging, on your pages, in your mini books, in your journals. Here's a look at my embossing folders. My embossing folders are 5 by 7, so a whole number 8 tag fits in the folder. No more sticking it out the top or the bottom. And all of these designs are taken from my home. This is an old chipped piece of wood that's on the door that's behind all my blog photos. This is a piece of vintage fabric. Just everything is vintage inspired here. Okay, and then this is the Dear Ruby stamp. And the story here is that we have an autograph album that was my husband's grandmother's. And during the war, she worked in the ammunition factory while he was away at war. And the ladies there wrote all of these notes to her in that book. But the very first page is a note from her husband, and he wrote her a little "Roses are red, violets are blue" poem. And it said, "My love for you will never be forgotten." And I just think that's the sweetest thing to be able to create with. So that's a background stamp. This one is another background stamp. This is from the floor in my house, a photo of the wood grain in the floor of my house, and some vintage fabric that inspired this one. And then, last but not least, here are my flowers. So these are all thin dies. They will cut crinoline and stiffer fabrics. They work on paper, of course. They're fun to layer. They're fun to use in singles. And this one is a steel roll die, so if you love a steel roll flower, this is the one for you. And I'll be sharing more about all of these projects on my blog soon. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and I can't wait to show you more on my blog about what I've been creating and the products. Thanks everybody for tuning in.